In this video, I'm going to solve 5 questions related to stakeholder topic, how to manage the stakeholders, how to work with the stakeholders. These questions will give you the context of real PMP exam. Try to solve this question and try to correlate it with my understanding of stakeholder topic. If you want to watch the entire stakeholder topic, the link to the pathway video is here. You can watch the pathway video or the journey video and understand it. Do like it and do share it with your friends, whoever wants to do PMP. Now the video you want to watch. Now, when you are solving the question, if the question is more than 3 liner, read the last line first, then read the question and then solve it. If it is 3 liner, then you can solve the question easily, but elimination techniques still we need to follow. We need to work with that. Okay, so you are near the closing of the project. We are near the closing of the project when sponsor emailed you that a new key stakeholder, important stakeholder, has been has entered the organization, and he will be reviewing the success of the project. What would you do first? The question clearly asks, what would you do first? That is an important thing to master. What you do first. So whenever a new stakeholder is identified, always the first thing is we go and we update the stakeholder register. We don't even look at other things. We don't look at communication plan, not stakeholder plan, not the issue log. We go, we update the stakeholder register. Once stakeholder register is updated, then we update stakeholder engagement plan. And third thing would be to update communication plan. So this is the thing, and issue log is just a distraction. So by elimination technique, the answer directly goes to the stakeholder register. I can see most of the people have a right answer. Okay, let's go to the next question. Within which engagement strategy within which engagement strategy. Now the question is asking for the engagement strategy. We know that in engagement strategy we have unaware, resistant, neutral, sportive, and leading, and we have current engagement level and desired. Should you advise your team to classify this stakeholder? How you are going to classify them? You are a project manager leading your team through a process of evaluating and classifying the current engagement level of each stakeholder. You have identified a stakeholder, okay, and who is aware of the project. He is aware. So unaware get eliminated. Where is unaware? Unaware, but is unsportive. He is unsportive, so neutral get eliminated, sportive get eliminated out of the work. So easy peasy resistant. So what is the way? Use Try to identify the elimination, try to identify the keywords in the questions. What are the keywords in the question? And then use elimination technique. This formula is a formula of success. And slow down to understand the context of the question, what the question is actually saying, what are the things in your question that you need to understand. See, okay, so everyone is saying see. I can actually see what the question numbers are. Okay, which of the following document serves as the primary starting point for the development of communication requirement? Now, this is an interesting question that is not asking you about stakeholders, it is asking about the communication requirement. So, you put the answer. The starting point would be stakeholder register. Why? Understand this thing: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. In initiation, there are only two documents: project charter and stakeholder register. And all the stakeholders that comes, the first step is they come in the stakeholder register. So of course we are getting the requirement. This cannot be project team assignment, has nothing to do with resource management plan, comes very later. So stakeholder register is the right answer. Stakeholder register is the right answer. So it was an interesting question. Okay, you want to analyze stakeholder by geography. Which tool can be useful? We just discussed this thing, that which tool can be useful. So put it in the chat box. This question is basically power and trust is this. Power and trust, we want to identify geography. We have an extension of power and trust where we use X can be geography, attitude. So power and trust, no, salience is basically this one. So that is not, mind map is not, so stakeholder Q. Last question for today. So what do? You are working in Tesla battery division and an important stakeholder has requested that he does not need a report for the project and as he is moving to the other part of the organization. You have updated the stakeholder register. Now what would you do? Put the answer in the chat. Now you are gonna change his current engagement level. Now he is more of a neutral. He's not sportive. Your strategy is changing. Okay, but in order to change the strategy, you need to raise a change request now. The first thing you need to do is now you need to raise a change request. How can you update directly this thing? If the change request was not in the option, then you may discuss, okay, it will be communication plan or stakeholder. Since it is in that discussion, so we need to raise the change request. For watching this video. I hope it helped you to understand the stakeholder topic. Do like it, do comment it. If you have any question, always ask me and do subscribe this channel. My commitment to YouTube is increasing every single day. So let's make you certified PMP.